a time
Yeah.
where everybody knows everything. Everybody's the smartest person in the room today.
Yeah.
And that's an amazing thing to me. Like,
Yeah.
everybody's right all the time.
Yeah.
You telling me nobody's wrong
Even
today?
if they're 2, 3, 4, 6, XYZ, yeah.
Everybody, do you understand that we're in a time where everybody's right? Everybody knows everything. Everybody is the smartest person in the world. I call them the best coaches that have never won a championship. People don't think about that enough.
Yeah, the coaches in the stands. Yeah.
I mean, it's something that we're eventually going to have to get out of.
Yeah.
The world of anxiety and mental health is at the highest level just that it's ever been. It's on the front page. I wasn't aware of mental health at the level that it is pre-pandemic. I had no idea that it existed at the level and that so many people suffered. I had no idea about the battles of real depression or real day-to-day. I had no idea. But what that time did, it put it on the forefront, and you get to see how people are truly battling on a day-to-day based off of perception, doubt, and how they feel based off of what I think you think. Like,
Yeah.
that's a scary thing.
It's a scary thing.
It's a scary thing. And, you know, I can only be transparent and authentic in hopes that people will find it is what it is, man. Be you unapologetically. And as you are correcting or fixing or evolving in you, understand that you got a dope thing to look back at, and that's the old you versus the new attempt in who you are trying to be. That to me is beautiful. Every piece of art that I look at, that I love, that I embrace, is nothing better than looking at it from the start.
Yeah.
What did it start out as? Every house that gets built, what did it start out as? Every car that gets built, what did it start out as? Clothes that we wear, what was the design in the beginning? Everything has stages of growth. Why in today's time are we forgetting that? Why are we forgetting that and expecting an immediate space of perfection? I didn't know how it's so hard to see the good if you're only seeing the bad. Like, there's so many people that struggle with what their version of success is because they're looking at someone else's. There's so many people that struggle with their world of relationship because they're judging theirs based off of someone else's, right? And when you're constantly in the space of not realizing or noticing your world, your reality, because you're living in what appears to be someone else's, well, your shit is never gonna be right. It's never gonna be right?
Right, yeah.
Like, if I don't make that choice, by the way, no disrespect to those that haven't. It's to each his own. You do what you want based off of who you've seen or what you want to be true to. Live your life. Ultimately, we get one. Live it for you. Live it to the best space and place that you feel you can win at. That's my motto. I'm not here to tell you right from wrong. I'm saying I identify things differently, and I make decisions based off of examples that I can look at as not bad, but ones that if I didn't have, I could have made that mistake. I just kept saying, why not? Like, why? Right? And Russell Westbrook is a good friend of mine. I tease him all the time because the one saying that he has that I wish I would have had, or I wish I got to first, is why not? Right? And it's so genius. It's so genius. It's so simple, but yet so profound. You don't just have to have one job. And working any job, and whether that job is a 9 to 5 or whether it's half a day, full day, whatever it is, you don't just have to do one thing. You can do a lot of different things. But there's this weird mindset that a lot of people have that you can only do one thing. And when I realized I don't have to just do one thing, I can do a lot of different things. You can be good at a lot of different things. But you don't know that you're good at a lot of different things unless you try a lot of different things. And when I looked around and I kind of just realized how the world goes around, it's all based off of creativity. It's all based off of ideas. It's all based off of thought-provoking, then groundbreaking opportunities. But the simplest things have come from an idea. From your chair, to your table, to your wheel, to your light bulb, to your car, to your plane, to your helicopter, to the idea of a hotel, from hotels going to a place of people renting out houses and Airbnbs, to taxis, to then people driving their own cars. And these are all ideas. And the groundbreaking thought that I had in realizing all these ideas is that these ideas have the potential to touch the sky if a person believes that they can. If a person believes that they can, well, your world of idea changes. Your reason for getting up, your reason for putting your feet on the ground every morning, it can change if you believe that the purpose that you now have and that you're working towards, based off of an idea, is something that you can succeed in. I grab the patience to sit and listen. Be a sponge. Learn. Figure it out. And figuring it out, there was another side of not being okay with the incomplete version of figuring out the thing that I didn't do. Well, why did I go ask all these questions if I'm not going to try it now that I know how?
Yeah.
All right, well, let me try it. The only consequence is failure. By the way, not trying is failing.
Yeah, well said.
I want to make that very clear.
Well said, yeah.
Not trying is failing. There's a lot of things that people can't do simply because you've never tried to do it. And I'm not saying that you should try everything. I'm not saying that you're supposed to do everything. I'm saying that for me, when someone says something and I go, no, I never did that. I have to have a reason for why I've never done it and a justification. If you ask me something and I go, no, and you just say why, and I go, that's not good enough for me.
Yeah.
I like to have a reason why. And that's the foundation that I stand on. That's how I built this mindset, this level of energy to go ahead. That motivation that you're pulling from being alongside of somebody that's quote unquote the best or the quote unquote greatest, you're using that as fuel. That's not bad. But not in one interview did you ever see them have any type of rapport that looked as if there was animosity or anger towards one's success. The happiest people for Michael Phelps were the people on his team. The happiest people were the people that got the silver, that were on his team.
Yeah.
That to me, that's the mold and the making of real champions, right?
Yeah.
That's the mold in the making. Like if you're in it and you have said, this is what I'm destined to do and I'm gonna give my all, and every day I show up with 100%, regardless of the outcome, I'm showing up with 100%. That day gonna come. Whenever it comes, I'm gonna be ready. It's gonna come. I'm gonna get my just due and my fulfilling like need and energy and want for knowing that I have just delivered for myself. That's what I compete with. And what happens is you're so unrealistic in expectations that you're missing real success. Now, I've been fortunate and blessed enough to have a ton of them, but I got to a place where the win was attached to the project. The win was attached to me finishing a movie and being happy about the movie that I did. Union workers are happy, and a director coming out with the finished piece of the product going, you're gonna like this, and we see it and we actually like it, and then we screen it for fans and fans go, we love it. That's the win.
Yeah.
That's the win. This other thing I'm trying to control, Kev, stop. You can't control that. And if you keep on going in the direction that you're going in, if and when that thing changes, you're gonna be so hurt that the world of recovery might not be easy for you. Your logic and what you're now deeming as like reality for you, it's not reality.
Yeah.
And if you don't grasp the real concept of what it should be now, it doesn't mean that you're saying that you are ready to fail.
Yeah.
It's saying be prepared for the world of real to present itself at any point in time. Don't get caught up in the world of fake. And me acting as if I control these numbers, as if I can navigate and direct and make it happen when and how I want all the time, I'm setting myself up. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna check myself now. Back to, are you happy with who you are and what you did? Are you at a point where you are okay? Do you know you, and are you okay with you? If you are not, I'm gonna go to the lowest level right now. When people do some of the dumbest mistakes, from crime, theft, infidelity, cheating, all of it, go all around. Who has vetted out the consequences? Nobody has sat and vetted out the consequences, right? Everybody that's robbed a bank has attempted to rob a bank because they found it to be a very easy thing. I'm going here, 12 o'clock, that man going to break. But he going to break, I'm going to go in there. And while he on break, I'm going to get the money and then we going to come out. All we got to do is get back before he get back from lunch.
Yeah.
And we got it.
Yeah.
And they go in, rob the bank. The alarms go off. Ink blow up on the money. They don't know nothing.
Yeah.
They didn't know. They get locked up, and they say something crazy like, "Yo, I ain't mean to do this." And the world goes, "What you mean you ain't mean to do it? You robbed the bank?" No, some people are some thoughts are that simplistic.
Yes.
Some actions are just that stupid and they're not thought out. But everything is not that deep. Everything did not have that many layers to the mistake when a mistake happened.
Yeah.
I'm grounded in the world of reality. Everything that I have done, in my mind, I attached a piece of logic and made it make sense to me.
Yeah, that's it.
You can make anything make sense to you if you wanted to. And sometimes it's not until consequences present themselves that you realize the idiotic way to thinking or the idiotic approach to what you feel you can do. The bigger than the world like mentality. Humbling is something that has to happen.
Yeah.
You can either welcome it or not, but we're all privy to it. Mine is count in different doses, shapes, and sizes, man. But I don't want to say I don't like. I think the thing that you have to shake your head. It's not even worth the battle and conversation.